What's up, dude? Okay, so I've been watching your videos for a while. And sorry, I look like crap. I just woke up. I just did a video a minute ago, but I wanted to send a video directly to you. Um, I've seen a lot of your video over progression, even on your other channel, now on this channel, and I can't help but be reminded of myself. Uh, I started off. This might actually be an opportunity for me to sort of describe where I come from. I grew up pagan. My mom is Wiccan, and she still is, and that's how I grew up. I, of course, never really. I just didn't believe in that stuff. Uh, so when I got to college, I started getting very serious about religion, and I started with, of course, Jesus. I had always admired Jesus' teachings, but I had always been kind of perplexed about um, about his connection to Judaism and things like that. And so I went through a period where I was like an atheist, and then I was like a deist, sort of, kind of, and then I remember I landed on Judaism, and I wanted to be a Jew. I was very enchanted by the mysticism of Judaism, Kabbalah, things like that. Uh, and then I read a book, and I'm not gonna suggest. The book I read is called Buddhism for Dudes. It was just I wanted to read up a little bit on Buddhism, but I didn't want to read a long book, and it was a short book, so I checked it out, and that is sort of where Buddhism began for me. Now, I'm a lot like you. I'm not like a traditional Buddhist. I'm not a traditional anything. I've never been a traditional anything. Um, but I remember going through all that stuff when I wanted to be, you know, I wanted to understand Jesus more. Then I wanted to understand Christianity more. Then I got away from Christianity and I was an atheist, and then I was a this and a that and then a nothing, and then I got into Judaism and Kabbalah, and then I even got into um, Rastafari a little. And I still respect all of these religions and I still study them, but Buddhism helped me find sort of some peace, because Buddhism doesn't have like a book. It doesn't have like this. I was just watching your video on describing God. What is your video called here? Proof God exists. And as a Buddhist, I still believe in God, and God is not definitely not defined. I totally agree with you. It's just while I watch your videos, I can't help to think of like, wow, that's how I used to think, and wow, that's how I used to think too. And I thought maybe in this video I could sort of maybe, I don't know if you've looked into Buddhism or anything like that, but you might give it a look. The book to read, it would not be Buddhism for Dudes. That just sort of got me into it. I read the next book, which you might read. Let's see if I can remember what it's called. I was hoping I had it on a shelf here, but I don't think I do anymore. It's like it was a very simple book. It was like Insights to Wisdom Buddhism or something like that. Maybe I'll put a link in this video to it if I can find it on the internet. But just read any book about Buddhism. Now you have to be careful because there are books and stuff out there that will tell you, God doesn't exist, God is nothing, and they try to make it out like God is a blasphemy to Buddhism, but it's not true. It's absolutely not true. God is just less defined. God didn't send out a book of things we have to obey. We have to connect with God ourselves and figure it out by directly connecting to God, and we don't we don't hear words. God doesn't speak or anything like that. It's common sense that compassion and love are important to your happiness and other people's happiness. It totally changed things for me because I felt like the whole time I was into all of these things, being an atheist, Judaism, Kabbalah, Rastafari. Uh, I was into Jesus, but I wasn't necessarily into Christianity in the church. You know, I felt like I suffered so much. I was so confused, and I wanted to belong to something, but I didn't buy any of those things. I didn't buy it. You know, I tried to be parts of it, little parts of it that I did agree with, but I internally wasn't okay with that. Like I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere until I found Buddhism, and that's definitely a place I can belong. But anyways, maybe I'll give you a jump start. Check out Buddhism. Maybe do a response video um, to it, and I'll check it out. See you later, man. The Journey 2218. I don't know what your name is.